First, I would like to say thank you for allowing me to present and to acknowledge how grateful I am to be able to present with such an esteemed list of panelists. My name is Greg Trunnell, and I am a partner with the Merix Group. Back in 1997, I was the founder of the West Coast campus of MyTags, and through my 20-plus years as director with them, I was fortunate enough to be involved with some extremely innovative approaches to training and education. Throughout my career, I can point to two pivotal times in maritime education. The first was with the introduction of STCW, which became fully implemented back in 2002. The second most pivotal time in my profession is right now. We all knew that the education sector was moving to an online world. However, we never expected such an immediate and drastic shift to computer-based training, distance learning, blended learning, etc., which we are now experiencing. So in an effort to address this shift in the new modality of training and to supplement the area of discussion on training, my presentation is titled Advances in Maritime Assessment. The most advanced technology in the world is worthless without appropriate subject matter experts developing and/or instructing on the content. The latest technology and the best instruction is the end goal, but how do we know we are achieving the objective? The answer to that is assessment. My presentation will provide thoughts on how we can leverage today's technology to ensure our mariners are qualified and competent, not just compliant. So let's start at a base level of assessment, which leverages the cloud solution that Neil spoke of, NavSafe. We have learned clearly that compliance does not equate to competence. As we look at the ever-increasing challenge of how to address navigation skill gaps across the maritime sector, our focus has been on the business-critical area of assessment and analysis of knowledge application. We recognize the world has changed, and the dilemma of our time is that budgets are tight, travel curtailed, traditional approaches require transformation, but standards remain absolute. Responding to this problem statement and applying the principles of evidence-based simulation assessment, MyTags has developed NavSafe. The video you are about to see is based on an entry to Sydney, but the flexibility of NavSafe permits the construct of voyages for any global destination that clients may need and at a level of complexity that is essential to ensure that performance standards provide companies with confident and compliant officers.
The world of maritime training continues to change, but standards remain absolute. MyTags is proud to introduce NavSafe, a collection of digital voyages that train and assess your bridge officers at a time and place most suitable to them. Underpinned by the science of skills assessment and the power of simulation, we place your officers at the heart of bridge operations, where navigational challenges require dexterity of thought and instinctive management of information, all necessary to make safe decisions. Progress of the voyage is punctuated by electronic evaluation of decisions made, as the scenarios seek to address common errors in coal regs and bridge resource management. Officer performance is digitally recorded and analytics available, with the voyages hosted on your LMS or accessible via the cloud. We have addressed the complicated so you don't have to. NavSafe has been developed by MyTags, creators of the world-renowned Navigational Skills Assessment Program, which is currently offered at maritime schools around the world. NavSafe draws on our collective expertise, transporting the bridge experience to the digital domain. We look forward to discussing your voyage needs as we collectively improve navigational standards around the world.
I think what I like most about this product is the fill-in questions, which better allows us to understand the decision-making process that the mariners are using. It further allows various what-if scenarios to be explored. This product may prove to be an excellent tool to start the process of refamiliarizing your ship's officers prior to getting back to 100% operations, which will hopefully be very soon. After viewing Neil's presentation on the Vardzilla Cloud solution, I don't need to tell you this is a game changer. On the deck side, we now have the capability of teaching radar, ARPA, ECDIS, GMDSS, ENAV, type-specific ECDIS, and of course, bridge resource management. Imagine your next BRM refresher cycle. You work with a school regardless of locality to provide BRM refresher training up to 6 individuals from the comfort of their home. This technology will allow you to work with the best schools in the world regardless of location. Vartzilla and other simulation companies are moving in this arena. However, it lands on the training providers to continue to push the technology to meet the client's needs. Perhaps even more importantly than developing courses utilizing this new technology, how can we leverage the cloud to provide a high-level assessment program to ensure a mariner's competence before you hire or promote them? Introducing the Vartzilla Cloud Simulation Pod. This is not an official name, and Neil is probably watching this in fear that companies will start putting orders in for something that isn't yet marketable. However, I currently have this system installed at my house, and it works beautifully. My current setup is 2 standard PCs with graphic cards that support 3 HDMI outputs and 6 24-inch monitors. Total cost of this system, less than $2,000 US. Of course, I wouldn't recommend such a bare-bones system for high-level assessments. Now imagine that individuals pictured above is a new hire candidate for a company X. The company has a simulation pod at their facility, and they have scheduled with a schoolhouse, such as MyTags, a remote assessment. The schoolhouse provides the simulator operator, who may be in Croatia, the helmsman, perhaps in the Philippines, the mate in India, and the assessor in Baltimore. An extremely reasonable hourly rate is charged by Vartzilla for the use of the system, and we have just accomplished a high-level new hire assessment at the company's crew manning center, without the complexities of owning/operating a simulator. These are exciting times. Perhaps in the future we can repurpose this simulation pod to remotely operate ships at sea. And lastly, let's discuss how we can leverage technology to evolve high-end navigation assessment solutions such as a navigation skills assessment program. The NSAP is a risk-based measurement and reporting tool designed to objectively assess a mariner's proficiency, focusing specifically on the core skills required of licensed deck officers as defined by international standards. The NSAP is arguably the best tool in the world to assess and report on bridge officer competence. MyTags is currently in the process of testing the ability to run a full NSAP session utilizing C-SPAN's Full Mission Bridge Simulator located in Vancouver, Canada, remotely. This has tremendous potential for companies and/or schoolhouses to utilize their assets without the need to find and train local resources, develop curriculum, exercises, purchase models, etc. The image here highlights the ability to not only see and hear the mariner in the simulator, but to also see their ECDIS and radar displays, while the simulator is being ran remotely from an off-site location. These are exciting and pivotal times. There will be numerous innovative products and concepts that you will soon have an opportunity to review, but please maintain caution and look very closely at the expertise and experience of the individuals that are bringing the technology to market. If industry gets this right, not only will we be able to provide the highest level of training and assessment, we will also increase your ROI substantially by significantly reducing travel costs, with the added benefit of providing more precious time for your mariners at home. This concludes my presentation, and thank you for the opportunity. I hope you will join Neil and I during the next session where we showcase virtual reality. The future of VR is significant, and you will want to see the state of the art.